Hello, this is how to debug a KDE library inside QtCreator, the integrated development environment from Qt. This is my wiki page and mariusp.github.io. The debug topics. So, in order to build KDE using kde-builder, the graphical user interface application kcalc, you just install setup kde-builder and run kde-builder kcalc. And then you just follow, for instance, my instructions on how to set up QtCreator. And in there you will see how to load the KDE Git repository that was git cloned by kde-builder or kcalc inside QtCreator, then how to compile, build, run, and debug. But in here we don't want to build kcalc and debug kcalc. What we want to do is to build kcalc and Breeze, but debug Breeze. Breeze is a KDE framework, is a library. It creates a .so file, so you need a debug tool, a runner, a executable application that will create a process that you debug inside the QtCreator, but then that will exercise the Breeze.so files. So let's see how we do that. I have installed QtCreator, I have installed kde-builder, I have built kcalc using kde-builder, and now I have built both kcalc and Breeze. This is how it looks like. 49 projects to be built. The last two ones are Breeze and kcalc. Next up, we want to load inside QtCreator not one project as we usually do, but two. First Breeze, then kcalc. So let's do that. QtCreator. Let's see the instructions for how to load inside QtCreator a Git repository that was built using kde-builder. These are my instructions. There are other instructions if you want to follow those. QtCreator has been installed. I have set debug as the CMake build configuration. And then it says that from QtCreator main menu, File, Open File or Project, and we want to open the CMake cache.txt file. But we start with Breeze and then kcalc. Okay, so tilde/kd/build/breeze/cmake cache.txt, open. Unfortunately, it did not ask if I want to configure the project, which means that QtCreator remembered that I have opened this CMake cache.txt file previously, and it has reopened the previous QtCreator project that corresponds to the CMake cache for Breeze. Let me clean up the QtCreator a bit. So I have deleted the local configuration files for QtCreator. That's inside tilde/.config. There was a Qt project directory and all of the files and directories inside tilde/.config/Qt project on my computer were related to QtCreator. So I have deleted this entire directory tilde/.config/Qt project. Okay, so this is the first run experience of QtCreator where it asks if I want to take the tour. Okay, next up, let's open the project. File, open file or project. Breeze. I'm trying again. This time doesn't say anything. Okay, so this is where we want it to be. We need to click on the configure project button because it suggests that we create a configuration for the Breeze project, which uses as build directory tilde/kd/build/breeze, which is the build directory that was set up by kd-builder. It has selected the correct version of Qt. It's selected all of the settings from kd-builder. Let's see the output. See if we can build correctly. From the main menu of QtCreator, build, and then we also want to run cmake again to see the output. Make sure that it's the exact same output as the one from kde-builder. That it has found all of the optional and required packages that kde-builder has found, so it seems okay. Now we can build. There's a dedicated button, build project breeze control B on the left hand side panel. It did an incremental build. And we could also run this thing, but we only have two CMake targets that are generating executables, which is Breeze settings and QtCreator. We actually want to run a full-blown graphical user interface application such as Kcalc, and Breeze will be loaded as part of that process. And we want to debug the source code that's inside the Breeze. Okay, next up, we did load Breeze. We made sure that the CMake configure step works correctly, building works correctly. Next up, we want Kcalc. So inside the same session of QtCreator, we want two projects loaded at the same time. Okay, let's hope that that warning is just benign. The CMake configuration step output seems to be okay. Configure project. And now we have two projects opened at the same time in QtCreator, the library and the graphical user interface application. And the correct run target has been selected, which is the executable Kcalc, the full graphical user interface application, whereas the other CMake targets that are of type executable are ctest Qt tests. So small command line executables that run XUnit style tests. But we want the full graphical user interface application, so nothing to change in here. Next up, we want to have the Kcalc process find all of the .so files possible from the tilde/kd/usr directory, not from /usr. And maybe we need this. Maybe not, but just let's be extra sure. So it says that in a terminal, we need to run this command. For each KD Git repository that you build using kde-builder, there will be a directory tilde/kd and /src, the name of the module where a git clone happens. There will be a tilde/kd/build/ the name of the git repository where building happens. And in the build directory, there will be a file prefix.sh generated. the file has the same content for all of the modules that I built with kde-builder and that use extra CMake modules ECM. Okay, so this is the output of, so this is the content of the file prefix.sh. And we want to, as you can see, the content of the prefix.sh is bash syntax where it says export and then the name of an environment variable and the new value. And the new value contains the old value of the same environment variable. So what we actually want to do is to see what are the new values of these environment variables. For that, we want to both run this file once, like this, and then extract from the current process, from the current bash instance, the current values of the environment variables, which are the new values of the environment variables. So we have path, xdg data dirs config dirs, qt plugin, qml import, quick controls, man path, sassle path. Okay, and then the output of this command we should copy and save as this file. So we need a Kate, Control V, save as, Control V, overwrite. Okay, now we need to take the content of the file, place it in the clipboard. So right click, copy. And we're going to place it under the run settings of KCalc. So let's see how that works. Switch to projects mode control 5. This guy. Build and run, run. Build and run, run. Run settings page is shown, yes. Combo box run configuration. This one should say KCalc, and it does. Environment group box, this guy. There's a details, which we need to expand. To the right of the button, append path, to the right of this button, there's this large multi-line text editor. And in here, we're going to paste. Okay, so let's do that. Check the checkbox. Show in application output when running. There's no need to save, everything's auto instant apply. Let's see if running works correctly. So KCalc has started. This is the environment variables block of the process. Let's check one of these variables at random. Let's look at Qt plugin path. This guy. So we should start with tilde /kd/usr/lib x8664 Linux GNU plugins : correct. Okay, so we know how to run the process correctly, but we also want to be able to debug. If you want to just debug KCalc, that's easy. in the debug menu, start and break on main. But we do not want to debug this project kcalc, we want to debug this other one, project breeze. Let's see how we do that. We need to decide where we want to start debugging from. Just putting a breakpoint sometimes doesn't really work because why? Because the process kcalc runs from tilde/kd/build/kcalc/bin, and the breeze.so file does not exist in there. It's inside tilde/kd/build/breeze/bin. Let's look a bit at these directories. So kcalc runs from this directory. QtCreator builds the kcalc executable here. So tilde/kd/build/kcalc/bin. And QtCreator builds breeze in tilde/kd/build/breeze/bin, this thing. breeze6.so or .k.breeze.so, etc. But we do not want to use this breeze.so. We want to use the breeze.so file from tilde/kd/usr/lib. But QtCreator doesn't know how to run the install step from CMake. So if you know a simpler way to do it, tell me. But until then, we're going to follow what I know works. So what I do is I build breeze inside tilde/kd/usr using kde-builder, edit the source code of breeze using QtCreator. So I'm not using QtCreator in order to build or install breeze. And then I'm going to also install kcalc inside tilde/kd/usr using kde-builder. I'm going to start it from there using kde-builder. But then at some point, the kcalc process will loop forever until a file appears on the hard disk. And meanwhile, while the file appears on the hard disk from QtCreator, from the Breeze project, I'm going to attach the QtCreator debugger to the kcalc process. It's a bit more involved, but for me it did work. So let's see if it works a second time. So we want to actually debug the QtWidgets theme named Breeze, which resides in KStyle, this Breeze6 target. I want the very entry point, which is breezestyle.cpp. Let's stop the debugger. And in here at somewhere at the start of Breeze. So Breeze is a namespace, and then there's a class named style. And in the constructor of style, there's a ton of initializer list. And we want to add a breakpoint in here. So we want the equivalent of clicking here and then starting the debugger. But that doesn't work because QtCreator doesn't really run CMake install, doesn't really know about tilde/kd/usr. So we'll do our workaround in here. So in other
programming languages, there's dedicated instructions for triggering the debugger. There's minus underscore underscore ASM 13. What was it in Windows Win32? There's system debugger.break in C#, but in all other programming languages and frameworks where there's no simple cross-platform way of triggering the debugger, a thing that always works is to just loop while sleeping for a second or less until a certain file appears on the hard disk. And in the C programming language, you can do that using the access function, which is part of the Unix standard, but it's also supported by Microsoft's C standard library. So we're going to sleep. Let's see what sleep does. So sleep knows how to sleep seconds. If you want to not sleep seconds, but 500 milliseconds, for instance, you probably can use usleep. Okay. So access will return 0 if the file exists on the disk, and this is the second argument that says just check that the file exists. We can look at the man page. So we need uni std. Let's see if it was added automatically. Nope. Let me see where I have added it in the patch. In here. Okay, so the possible second parameter is FOK, and return value or requested permissions granted, 0 is returned. FOK tests for the existence of file. Yeah, it's strange that the function is named access instead of being named file exists, but that's how it is, and it does work. That's important. Okay, we can put a breakpoint after the sleep. Where can we put it? Let's put it into places. So I'm putting it inside have QtDebug, which I do not know what's the value of this macro, but I'm also putting it outside of any macros on line 332. Okay, and that's it. Let's make sure that the file does not exist. Let's build both projects using kde-builder, make sure they both get installed into ~kde/usr, run from ~kde/usr kcalc, which will load from the same directory kconfig, but then gdb will do its magic, the GNU debugger. So we're going to have 3 console tabs. So let's do that.
console tab 1, build. So what we're doing is we're not touching the source code. We're not doing git operations, git clone, git fetch, git rebase, git stash, etc. So we're leaving the ~kd/src/kcalc or /breeze directory untouched. We have already changed the source code in ~kd/src/breeze directory. We're not building any other modules but kcalc and breeze, and we have a ton of verbose output. But the end result is that all of the files that we care about are inside tilde/kd/usr. Console tab 2. So what we're doing is we're making sure that the file tilde/a.txt does not exist by renaming it. We put a underscore at the end. And then we start kde-builder. Using kde-builder, we start the executable kcalc. But again, the kcalc will loop in here forever, trying to initialize the Qt widgets theme breeze. Okay. And meanwhile, while the kcalc process is waiting for us, we can start debugging. So let's see how that is being done. Debug, start debugging, attach to running application, kcalc, tilde/kd/usr/bin/kcalc, attach to process. Okay, although we don't have any breakpoints on lines less than 299, it stopped on line 294 because GTB is good. Okay, let's look at the keyboard shortcuts. So there's step over, step into, step out, debug, step over, step into, step out. Okay, so we can run using step over F10. So it's doing what we expected, which is a busy loop, not doing anything, but not using 100% of the CPU because it's just sleeping for 1000 milliseconds. The checking is extra fast, and then it sleeps for another 1000 milliseconds. Okay. And in console tab number 3, we just make sure that the tilde/a.txt file exists, which I'm not sure it does exist, but we'll see immediately. If the file with underscore does not exist, you will need to touch and create the file. So touch space tilde/a.txt. And that's it. This is what we wanted. We wanted to have the KD framework, the KD library Breeze, built using kde-builder, installed in tilde/kd/usr. We wanted to put some breakpoints in its source code in tilde/kd/src/breeze, which we have 2 breakpoints. And then we wanted to run a normal KD graphical user interface application that uses Qt widgets, that uses the Breeze Qt widgets theme, in order to see how the Qt widgets theme Breeze behaves inside the debugger. And that's it. If you want to put more breakpoints and the breakpoint will be hit, then it will pause there because you're debugging the kcalc process correctly with the correct breeze inside. There's this connection between the C++ source code and the debug symbols and GDB and QtCreator and everything. If the breakpoint is not hit, maybe the source code where you put the breakpoint has already been executed, so you would probably want to copy the block, this block, in multiple places. And the very first one, the very first place that actually gets to run inside the kcalc process will busy loop there, and then you just recreate the file /a.txt, and then because you did attach with GDB the debugger, GDB has already paused on the correct sleep instruction that's busy looping. So that's it. You just copy this, paste this wherever you want, if just putting a breakpoint does not work. What you want to do is to have this run as early as possible in the process kcalc. And then everything that you would expect works correctly. There's threads, breakpoints, call stack, local variables, on hover. So if you hover on top of a symbol, it shows its value at the current moment if the debugger is paused. You can step into with F11, step out, Shift F11, F11. Let's see the value of frame focus primitive. Wow. I thought this was bitwise operations, but no, the ampersand is not on near the equals, but it's on the other side. So this is actually a method, probably. Seems like it. And it's taking the address of the method and putting it inside this variable identifier, which is actually a what? Which is a field. Yeah, the fact that it's not immediately obvious where which are fields and which are local variables, there's just this convention with underscore. breezestyle.h contains method bodies. Okay, so this is it. Maybe this is the hard way, but this is a way that works reliably for me. How to debug KD libraries and when the runner executable is part of another KD Git repository. Inside QtCreator, this is the order. First, I load the project of the library, then I load the project that contains the executable that we want to exercise the library. And then we build both using kde-builder, make sure they both get inside ~kd/usr. We put a block that busy waits until a file gets created on the hard disk at the earliest moment possible inside the library before all of the breakpoints that you're interested that the debugger breaks at. Put breakpoints wherever you want, and then do the 3 console tabs dance. In the first one, build. In the second one, make sure the file tilde/a.txt does not exist and run the executable. And in the third one, and then attach from QtCreator to the process keycalc. And then on the third tab, make sure that the file tilde/a.txt exists. This is it. Thank you.